Hey, this is Christine, your DIY craftaholic. Welcome back to my channel if you're returning, and welcome to you if you're new. This is Cratalicious collab, yes, where we get to do whatever we want to do, no rules, no limit. So I'm sharing 3 DIYs today, and let's just jump right into DIY number 1. I got this round plaque from Plaid, as well as this clock piece, and I'll be making a clock. So I removed the tag, and off camera before now I decided to just go ahead and try and drill the hole using this power tool. This is a power cordless screwdriver that I bought on Amazon 2 years ago, and I went ahead and drilled the hole in the middle, not knowing that the hole would have been too small, so I asked my husband to use his drill and drilled it down a little bit more. If you are interested in this cordless power tool, I will leave the link in the description box below so you can check that out on Amazon. And here I am just sanding it down with the sanding block. I'm now going to paint with some of this Waverly crystal, and I gave it 1 coat. And then after drying it, I decided, oh, it needed something else. It was too blue. Wasn't going with the theme that I wanted. So I took some of my Waverly moss and dry brushed that on top of the crystal. And then I dried that. So I just used some of the Waverly antique wax and stained the back rather than painting it. And after I stained it, I took a baby wipe and I removed the excess. And these are letters or letter packs that I had in my stash, and I'm going to be using the numbers. So I'm just measuring where I'm going to be placing the 12 and the 6, and also the 3 and the 9. Here I am just picking off the numbers. First one is going to be 12, then 6, so I'm just measuring and making sure that all the numbers are even before I did anything else. I don't remember the exact distance, but I made sure that the distance between the 12 and the 3 were spaced out evenly so that the other letters could be placed down in that space. And here we have all our numbers on, and then I went over it with some Mod Podge to seal both the paint as well as the numbers, and then dried that. No, I thought I was ready to install the clock piece, but after I opened it, I realized that the hole that I had drilled was too small. So here I was trying to just test it out to see whether or not it could fit in the hole. And you are going to need a AA battery for the clock piece or for the battery pack. So here I was just trying to assemble the pieces to it, and that's when I realized that the hole was too small, and I tried just using my drill to reopen it, but then I had to set it aside. And now we're at days later. And here I am back again, having drilled it a little bigger. I am now placing or trying to install the pieces. Now I tossed the instructions, or I would have shown it, but all the clock pieces have the instructions at the back of it. So if you do decide to recreate this, make sure you keep that piece and not toss it before, because you are going to need that to follow the instructions of assembling the clock piece. Now you saw me glue down small pieces of craft sticks on the back of the board. And that was only because the clock wasn't laying flat on the board, so I had to like glue down those pieces to kind of form a base or a bed for it to rest on. And there it is. Now I thought it was too plain. Of course, you know me, I have to add something else. And here I am with my rub-on transfer. I found the words cherish as well as good times, and I thought this is perfect for this clock. So I cut them off and then rubbed them on. And then I just use a little Mod Podge on a piece of sponge, makeup sponge, and just dab that on. Didn't want to rub it too much because I didn't want to disturb the words. And now we're on to DIY number 2. This is a love sign that I picked up at Dollar Tree, and I didn't want to do too much with this. So I had this piece of leftover wallpaper from Dollar Tree, and I just traced out the word love. I had to put it close to the very edge so that the stand was laying on the edge of the table so I could trace it properly. And then once I got that traced, I cut that out using my scissors and Exacto knife. And here I am peeling it off and placing it over the metal. And this one is so easy. So if you are new to my channel or coming over from the playlist, welcome. I am so happy you joined me here today. Here on my channel, I do DIYs on a budget, dupes, look for less, and sometimes, occasionally, Dollar Tree shopping hauls. If you love budget-friendly DIYs like these and you have not yet subscribed, please consider subscribing and be sure to hit that notification bell. Hit it again, select all so YouTube notifies you whenever I upload new videos. And also be sure to like, share, and comment down below because I enjoy reading your comments. And guys, I am on my way to 1,000 subscribers. So if you have not yet subscribed, please subscribe and share this video. Encourage your friend to subscribe. My goal is to get there by the end of September. I then took my small nail file, or emery board as it's called, and rub off the excess paper that was hanging off the edges. I thought about not putting this back on. I may as well just put it on there because it's perfect. So I glued that back on and made a small buffalo check bow, glue that on the middle, and this is done. Now we're on to DIY number 3. Now this is a pumpkin I did in a DIY maybe last year, I believe. I will link that video above. And here I'm using some tissue paper. I picked this up at Dollar Tree as well, and I thought that the green floral and the solid green would go well with my theme of the color theme or color scheme that I'm going with. So the pumpkin needed a coat of paint, so I gave it 1 coat of Ivory chalk paint. And then just cut down the paper into thinner strips. And I'm using some Mod Podge, and I'm gonna decoupage the paper over the pumpkin, and I'm kind of like spacing it out, floral with the solid, floral with the solid, This, after this season, I'm going to be tossing this. I don't think that there is anything else I can do with this. This pumpkin, it has served me well. I think the first DIY I did with it, I had wrapped it with some burlap. So after I got it decoupaged and dried, I figured that it still needed a little bit more pizzazz. So here I am just wrapping a few strings of jute twine alternately in the different spaces. Not too much, just maybe like a couple grooves. And I think that really helped it. I left some of the paper on the inside, but then afterwards I went in and removed that. And to jazz it up a little bit more, I had this piece of satin ribbon and I just glued that around the edge on the inside. And now my pumpkin vase is done. I love it. I took a piece of floral foam and glued that in the middle. And I had this pick that I had not used for a while. Decided to trim that down. And these are sunflower picks. Cut those down, glue them on as well. All my friends on this playlist are very talented. And so I encourage you to stop by all the videos on the playlist and enjoy. Be sure to subscribe to the channels you have not yet subscribed to. I will leave their channel links in my description box below as well. And now we're ready for our final reveal. I am so happy with these DIYs. They weren't too much stress. I didn't have to think too much about what I was doing. And that's because with this video, like I said, no limits, no rules, just do what pleases you. And if you enjoy videos like this, I suggest this video right here or this playlist. And stay safe until next time. Bye.